but that spoolie is just irrational. Irrational. Hi, I hope you're all well. If you are new around here, hello, it's lovely to meet you. And if you are returning, thank you very fucking much for coming back. My name's Alana, I'm a 37-year-old lady living in Scotland, and that is where my accent is from. It was just my birthday on Sunday. I am now 37 years old. And on this channel, we predominantly talk all things beauty, skincare, hair care, lifestyle, travel, bloggery, vloggery. Bullshit. A little bit of everything. So I do like a sweary word in this channel. You might have picked that up by now. If that's not what you're into, I completely understand. Please feel free to vacate. But if you do like a wee bit of profanity and that's your thing, there's a subscription button in the corner. Give the video a wee thumbs up, helps me. All that other kind of YouTuber crap. Alright, so this video is going to be a classic Empties video. I know you will already see a few sticking out there that I have spoke about in many an Empties video before, so don't be surprised. I do like to blabber on, so you know, I like quite long form content. So grab yourself a tea, a coffee, a cuppa. I want to point out my mug because this was given to me as a Secret Santa present. Is it not fantastic? It says somewhat sweary and remarkably articulate. I could not agree more, personally. I also got a coffee machine for my birthday. So look at me with fancy oat milk latte. Oh, she's feeling herself. So let's just get into this Empties video. All right, so anything that I mention, I probably will link it below. So if you want to go and check that out, that's fine. If it's an affiliate link, it will say so. If it has been sent to me, it will say somewhere on the screen. So you know, I'm just picking this right off the top because technically this isn't empty. I've literally just put this into my Wild deodorant. It's a Wild deodorant refill, and I thought I would tell you about it because for two reasons. This one is the spiced orange and pear scent. They sent me this because, I don't know if I've spoke about this in vlogs already. Basically, I do sometimes get some PR from Wild, and the last two things that they tried to deliver me, because it was Yodel were delivering it, it either got shoved in a bush, it got left outside and was soaked. I was in the house, like there was no reason for them to have done that. And then I actually got an email from someone saying, can you tell us like about the PR you're getting, like what's happening, blah, blah, blah. Not to me specifically, it was like a broad email out to anybody that they were interested in. And I emailed back saying, actually, as it happens, it's been a bit shit. So I told them and they were like, oh my goodness, let us send you out some stuff if you've not tried any of the winter stuff. So this is probably, I don't know if it's still available, but the spiced orange and pear scent, and I do like it. I really like Wild. Yeah, so they sent me out some stuff. They probably will have spring launches as well that I'll tell you about another time. I do have a code. I am affiliated, I just wanted you to know, but that's why it's in my Empties, because I find because the little component is a compost thing, like you can put it in your food bin, I throw it in there and I forget to talk about it. So I've just put this one in. Once it's finished, I'll put a new one in and I'll talk about the new one again. I'll put it in the Empties basket. Next up is the Collab Dry Shampoo Extreme Volume. So if you have been a long time viewer of me, you will know that I loved the Aussie Dry Shampoo. It was the volume one specifically. I do not like Batiste. I have very, very dark hair on the top, and Batiste just leaves far too much of a cast in my hair. I have tried the brunette one, I've tried different brunette ones from all different brands, and I feel like it just makes your fingers dirty. It's too much hassle, I can't be arsed. I don't want that. I really like the Aussie one because it gave me that like extra day or extra couple of days onto my hair, but I also have very, very fine hair. I've got plenty hair, it's just very fine and very flat. So today I've blow dried it, but as you can see, there's really not very much going on top. Like it takes a lot to get a little boost of volume in my hair. And the reason I love the Aussie one was because it was so good for that. I have heard other people describe like certain dry shampoos as a bit like gritty, a little bit too much, like it feels like there's something in their hair. That's the kind of dry shampoo I fucking love. I don't mind the ones that are really clarifying and make you feel like you've got clean hair if I'm going to work, because generally my hair might be tied up or I'm not that worried about it. But if I want to look like I've got a little bit of something, a little bit of texture, volume to my hair, then generally volume ones are the best. I have never found one to match that of the Aussie since they discontinued it. Until now. This is fantastic, and I have bought another one and I am using the other one at the moment. I'm so glad I found it. I tried this before in the original. I've tried it in the nighttime one as well. I think the nighttime one's got like a rose gold lid or something. This is the Extreme Volume. I am going to go back and repurchase again because if what happens with the Aussie one, it goes away, I'll be very, very upset. I am then going to talk about shampoo. These two are the ones that I usually always buy. I am not going to lie, I think this must have lasted me a year. I'm almost certain these two must have lasted me a year. Now that makes you probably think, you clatty bastard, how often do you wash your hair? I wash my hair maybe once to twice a week, right? Reason being, I like to keep my colour, but also a lot of the time it will just be pulled up. I've got a little boy, he's like, he'll be 2 in March, but a toddler. And I don't have a lot of time to be doing loads of stuff with my hair and things, and as long as my hair is like clean, I use a lot of dry shampoo, it's fine. This one here is the John Frieda Volume Lift. It used to be called something else, the packaging was slightly different, but this one is a lightweight shampoo and a lightweight conditioner. I always buy them in this size, and I distinctly remember last year picking them up just after Christmas because I didn't get bought any for Christmas, which is a weird thing to buy somebody as a present for Christmas, but I know I needed them. And also last year, I picked up from, oh, what are they called? In the pink packaging. Oh, that's so annoying, because I know exactly what they're called. It's in my bathroom at the moment. Is it bamboo? Oh, I can't remember. The packaging's adorable. It's like millennial pink packaging. What can you say? I'm going to have to check, aren't I? This one here, Monday it's called. And what I'd done is I'd started using these, so I wasn't using these as much. So I think that's why I kind of have managed to get through in a whole year. A whole year, a bottle of shampoo lasted me. But what I will say is, this I do not like as much as my original John Frieda. I love this stuff. I have been using this for over a decade now. Easy. I mention it in pretty much every single Empties video, just so you know. So I will go back to this and repurchase this. This is fine. I'm not saying it's bad. I just feel like for me, it's not about, I don't think volume shampoos make your hair feel thicker. I don't really think there's anything that's going to make your hair feel thicker. More texture maybe, but thicker, I don't think that is possible scientifically. But what I do think is that the John Frieda one and that one are more clarifying shampoos, so they lift your hair, they make it easier to style, it makes it feel a little bit more weightless, which then helps if you're wanting to get, like, you're not weighed down, you're not greasy, things like that, right? So then I add in my, you know, texturising spray. I'll add in whatever else when I'm actually texturising, like a blow dry spray, and I might add in a texturising spray when I finish, just to like twist the fringe or whatever, and it's fine. But I prefer this one. I felt like the one from Monday just felt like a shampoo. This one actually feels like it cleans my hair properly, so I prefer these. I then have this from Superdrug. This is the Be by Superdrug range. It is the Hydrate Face Mist. These are always on offer for like buy one get one half price, buy one get one free, that kind of thing. I really, really like this. I love the Curel spray that comes in an aerosol. Love it. Bought 2 on Black Friday. However, if you're looking for a cheaper alternative that's doing something similar, oh, can you hear my neighbour's dog? However, if you are looking for a cheaper alternative that does something kind of similar, this is fantastic. So I usually use this when I come out the shower, and then the Curel spray I use, like, mist everything on top of serums and stuff like that, and then put my moisturiser on the top to lock it all in, because I am all about the hydration. Love this, will buy again. Do I have a backup? Yeah, I've got a backup up there that now I had to just check. I have a backup of this already. Oh, another little John Frieda item. This is the Luxurious Volume Forever Full Hairspray. I think I bought this to go somewhere, maybe on holiday. There's absolutely nothing left in it, so I don't know what I'm trying for. And used it up on a holiday. I think maybe like a hot holiday rather than a city break. It's okay, it's fine. Again, hairspray is something that's 10 a penny to me. I think they all do quite a similar thing. And it's not something that I use in my hair every single day, so it was okay, it was alright. I'm not going to go buy the full size. Here we have the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Rose Water. This is the rose one. My favourite is the Bi-Phase one with the oil on top, but I did use this one in interim because I think, what was it? That's what it was. I went in to buy it and the oil one was like $7.99. Or something like that. The only one that was on offer was the rose one, or maybe like the one for acne or something. And I was like, right, just give me the rose one. It was fine. It was absolutely fine. It does say it's for dull and sensitive skin, so it says it should cleanse and glow. I found it was really, really good. I thought it was great. I have went back to my oil one, but I wouldn't be adverse to picking this up again if I couldn't get my hand on that, or if this was cheaper, as I did. So I think that's really good too. I love the Garnier Micellar Waters. What has happened here? Do you see that? That's Niacinamide Serum that's leaked out. Great, fantastic. So this is the Inkey List Niacinamide Serum. I really like this. I have to be honest with you though, since I've been using Dermatica, because there's niacinamide in my treatment for Dermatica, and I am affiliated with Dermatica as well, I just haven't been reaching for this as much. If there is an evening where I'm not using the Dermatica because it's got retinol in it, then 9 times out of 10, I'm going to put this on and then a moisturiser, yeah? But what I have been doing, especially through the month of January, is really focusing on that hydration because my skin has been so dry and flaky. So I've been using my Dermatica almost nightly, but there was times where the peel was just getting a bit too much. So I've went like a day with, a day without, a day with, a day without. And on the days that I've done without it, I am just applying loads of moisture on at night. Hydration, moisture, setting it all in, going to my bed. So I haven't been reaching for this as much, and I don't think I'm going to repurchase it at this time. It is fantastic. I have repurchased it for years now, and if you like niacinamide, you might well love this. However, just at this time, I think it would be something I was spending money on that I don't really need, so I am not going to be repurchasing it at the moment. Another one from the Inkey List is the Oat Cleansing Balm. Now tell me this. Tell me I'm not going mad, right? I bought one of these a couple of years back when they all got dead excited about it. It went viral, whatever. This had gritty bits, like, not gritty, like porridge, like oats, fucking oat cleanser, obviously Alana, like porridgey bits in it. The first one I bought. This one does not. This one is completely smooth. And one of the things that I said about this was I thought it was a good cleanser, but it was very difficult to get out the packaging because of the way the packaging is. So I am wondering, did they change that consistency because they got feedback that it was really difficult to get out this packaging? However, I still feel like this is a cleansing balm in a tube. Like this packaging, just put it in a jar. Just put it in a jar. I don't know if it's because this is better to recycle. That may well be the reason, and I understand that. But I just feel like this is quite a thick product. It would be like, you know, your typical cleansing balms that you scoop a little bit out and make into an oil. They're hard. They're hard until you scoop them, right? They're not a liquid. They are a solid until you start working with them. This is the same. It's solid in the bottle and you squeeze it. You almost have to work your way, like warm the packet up a bit. But I will say, since removing those little oaty bits or whatever it was, it is easier to get out. But I still think this packaging is a pain in the arse. I think the cleanser itself is really good, but the packaging is just a pain in my backside. I then have I feel like this is a pure advert for the Inkey List, but it's just because they were all in there. This is the Hyaluronic Acid Serum from the Inkey List. I've tried this before as well. This isn't the first time that I've tried this. It's fine. It's all right. My favourite is the Isntree one, and I haven't used that now probably for the better part of 4 to 6 months. I want to say I ran out of it probably the end of summer, and I haven't picked it up again because you need to get it from places like Stilvana or Yes Style, and it takes a wee while to get here. You can get it on Amazon as well, but I just haven't picked it up. For Christmas, I did get bought a new one, which I'm trying out at the moment. I'll let you know at the end of the month. And I also got bought Glossier Super Bounce as well. So I've got 2 to go through, so I will not be picking any more hyaluronic acids up. This is okay, but it wouldn't be one that I would go for straight away. I'm not going to say like, oh, it's the best ever. My favourite is the Isntree, but I am enjoying the one I'm using at the moment, and I will tell you about that at the end of the month. And lastly, just to complete the Inkey List trifecta? No, there's 4 of them. What do you call that? Quadrica? I don't even know. Okay, so Caffeine Eye Cream. This is completely done. I have bought another one already. It's a favourite. I use it every single day. Do you know that way, like, people be like, oh, does it help with eye bags? Does it help with this? I feel like it's maybe helps with darkness a bit more. I don't have a lot of darkness, but it does make my eyes feel fresher. If you wake up in the morning and you feel a little puffy, this does help. It's not long lasting. I'm not saying it's going to make great changes to that area of your face because, you know, take everything with a pinch of salt. But I enjoy using this so much so that I have always repeat bought it. I used to use the ordinary one as well that came in like the dropper. That was really good too because you can also add that into your moisturiser if you wanted to kind of zhuzh up your face, your whole face rather than under eyes. But for the most part, this is the one that I always go back to. I couldn't tell you how many of these I've repurchased. I really like it. Oh, I'm tripping over my words now. Hold on. Okay, I have got another dry shampoo. This one is from Got To Be. This was an extra volume one. It was alright. I've already told you, this one has saved the day. This is my favourite now. I won't buy this one again. It was fine. I think this was the second one I bought because I was like, that's okay, I'll go back for you. But honestly, no. Now this is in the picture, this is never going to be bought again, let's face it. I then have this shower gel. When did I get bought this? Last year? When the fuck did I get bought this? Has this lasted me a year as well? Did I get bought this Christmas last year? No, like 2023, 2022. What's the fucking lifespan on it? Ah, 24 months, it's fine. So this one is from Le Labo and it is their shower gel, and this is the Hanoinki one. It's basically, I think it's got sesame or something in it. It's a beautiful fragrance. It costs you about 20 quid. It's not cheap. I love it though. I really, really love it. The first time I tried this must have been 2021 when we went to London. The hotel we were staying in had a mini of this and I was like, oh, need to buy that. But it is 20 quid for a bottle of fucking shower gel. So I was like, you know, that's not going to add to the fucking weekly shop, is it? So I kept this in the shower and specifically just used it for times when I was going somewhere nice. If, for instance, that means you're going to waste a product, like perfumes and things, it means they're just going to fucking sit there. I would not advise that. Use the good stuff. Use the good stuff. But this lasts for 24 months and I definitely haven't had it over that, and I've used it within the year basically, so I really, really liked it. But for my everyday going to work kind of stuff, I'm just using your bog standard pound a bottle shower gel. I also have a bottle of this. I'm sure it's been in Empties as well before. This is Crazy Colour and it is the shade Orange. It is number 60. That is what my hairdresser puts through my hair. I think I mentioned this last time in an Empties as well. Loads of people say to me like, I love your red hair, and I'm like, it's actually orange. But it's probably just because I have dark hair. It almost looks like my hair's on fire. I feel it's like a fucking flame, right? And I see why people will say to me like, I love your red hair, but this is orange. So just so you know, if I put red in my hair, I think my hair would look much more plum, like a lot more burgundy, a little bit more, not purple, but it would have a slightly different tone than the fiery tone that I have, and I love this. This is my favourite one. I did used to use the Bleach London ones in Tangerine Dream, again very good, but Daniel, my hairdresser, he's at Dew and Shawlands. This is what he uses. He always sends me a wee bottle to keep me going, and I actually had bought two as well because it was a bit of a spell where I didn't see him. So my favourite. All right, we're kind of getting into the depths of things here. Bit of skincare, bit of makeup. I just want to mention this before I go any further because I did put it in my Empties. This is from Smoke and Matches. This is Michaela McDade and her friend Karen's candle brand. I love them. I have so many wax melts from them now. I actually am close to using a couple of them up, so I'm going to have to make an order again. But this was their advent calendar, and it had lots of different kind of fragrances. It tells you here what all the fragrances were on the back. However, what I will say is, obviously ones like Halloween and the Spice Cider, things like that, Holiday House, they might not be available anymore, but a lot of the scents that were in here will be available year round. I am not fucking affiliated. I've not been paid or anything to talk about them. Fuck all like that. I just really, really enjoyed them. And some of the scents in here were just, do you know the one that really surprised me actually? I remember messaging, I think it was Karen, and said to her, Sweet Dreams, which was lavender and vanilla, right? So fucking simple. So simple. I quite like a lavender scent, but sometimes it can be a little overpowering. That Sweet Dreams one was like a soft, creamy, cozy, sweet lavender. Like, it wasn't overpowering at all. It was so nice. I would be tempted to buy that in the wax melts for nighttime because it's lovely. But there was so many nice scents in this. If you haven't checked out their brand already, again, I will link them down below. And here we have got a very, very old, like, writing's all washed off, Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I am the shade 2 in Flawless Filter. Now it looks full, but to be honest with you, like, you're not getting in and out that. If I was to let it sit for a while, I think it would end up going about here. But the reason I am binning this is because it is well past its date. There is no writing on it, so I can't even tell what the lifespan of it was. But when I actually sniff it now, it has that slight cheesy fragrance to it, so it's going in the bin because I cannot keep putting that on my face. Also, the reason that I didn't finish that up and put it on my face was because I ended up getting the e.l.f. one, which is spot on, a fantastic dupe for it. There are slight differences, but it's very, very good. And also, I just found other products that I liked better. So, will I buy this again? I'm not saying it's a bad product. I actually ended up getting my mum it for her wedding day. She loves it. She thinks it's fantastic. My mum is 70 next month, and she thinks it's great. But I don't know if I'll pick it up again because I just think I've got other alternatives that are a little cheaper that are doing the same thing for me. All right, what other skincare bits have I got in here? I'm thinking like facial skincare bits. I've got a few minis as well, and I'm like, oh. So here, Dermatica, that is the old packaging. They now come with little blue lids on the top of them. Is this the only one I've got in here? How is that? Have I just binned the other ones? I think I must have just threw the other ones in the bin because I've definitely been through a good few months of these. This is a subscription service. As I said already, I am an affiliate with them. You will find the details down below. If you want to try them out, that's great. And if you don't, that's fine. Don't feel any pressure. But this is a service that gives you access to skincare catered to you, all that kind of jazz. A little bit like Skin and Me as well. They all do the kind of similar stuff now. But specifically the reason that I use it is for tretinoin because I want to use retinol. I continue to subscribe to them. I really like them. They're up there. I've got 2 going at the moment because I've not quite used up the January one yet, so I like it. Here is a Glossier mintbalm.com, which is squeezed. Look how thin it is. This is the original packaging. I have bought mintbalm.com. There's one on the go at the moment, which is the new packaging. People lost their shit because they're saying that the formula is different now. I think the formula must be different because now they've brought it out in a squeezy tube that you apply to the lip. Like, it's got a little, you know, one of those little fucking foots on the end of it that you apply straight onto the lip. Maybe it needed to be slightly softer to squeeze out and be used in that manner. However, I feel like as if I don't notice a huge difference. I'm really sorry. I still like the new one. And I know that will be scandalous to some people because people are really fucking annoyed that they changed it. I don't notice too much difference. I still really, really like the new version. The only thing I will say is it was the, glossierbalm.com. People were asking for certain flavours to come back that they've not brought back, and then they did over Christmas, blah, blah, blah. That's fair enough. And there's some other stuff like the bubble wrap eye cream they got rid of, and now they've released this new one, and nobody fucking asked for it, and everybody's like, just bring back bubble wrap. Why did you get rid of it? So I think people are starting to feel a bit like Glossier aren't listening to their fucking audience, which is a little bit silly. So they're getting a bit frustrated with them, but honestly, I don't see that much difference between the two formulas. Another couple of minis in here. This was from Rituals. It's the Ritual of Namaste. It's the Ageless Active Firming Day Cream. It was fine. It was alright. I actually took it on holiday with me to use some of it up. Just a little mini that I got bought. And then this one here from Number 7's Laboratories. This is a line correcting booster serum. This size, how are you going to know that's working? You need to use a serum for like 30 days, fucking 6 weeks or whatever. So, shite. I then have 3 so many fluffies, sorry. I then have 3 SPFs. So this one here is the one from Isntree. I love it. This is my favourite, but again, haven't bought for a while because I have other ones to use up and it takes a bit of ordering to get, blah, blah, blah. But it's so fucking good. It is the Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel, SPF of 50. It has UVA, UVB, all that kind of stuff. It's fantastic. Absolutely amazing. I would highly recommend it. I just haven't purchased it again recently. Then these two here, this is the Fenty Skin. I can't remember what this is called, but it's the SPF. This is not totally used up. The reason being this was an SPF of 30, so I wasn't reaching for it as much. I prefer the 50. It's nice. It's actually okay. I do like it. It's a pricey one, but I feel like I just would prefer it to have an SPF of 50, so I never ever would go and purchase this in a full size. This was actually sent to me, and I wouldn't go and purchase it in a full size because of the SPF level. And then this one here is the Glow Hub Defend Yourself SPF of 30 Sun Silk UVA, UVB Broad Spectrum Protection. That fucking name, I swear to God. It's also infused with marigold and vitamin E and green tea. This is really nice. Again though, SPF of 30. And that's why, I mean, there's actually quite a lot of this used up in the tube there. It looks full, but it's actually nearly done. But again, SPF of 30. So I'm not going to go and purchase it again. Again, this one was sent to me as well, very kindly. But I won't repurchase it because I want an SPF of 50. And I already know one that I love. And then over the summer months, I ended up, was it summer months? No, November. I picked up one from Boots that was also an SPF of 50. And it's really, really nice. So, you know. I then have a mini Palmer's Coconut Hydrate Daily Body Lotion. It's just Palmer's. Have we all tried Palmer's? I feel like we have. It's just Palmer's. It's Palmer's cocoa butter. It's fine. It's all right. It was okay. This is actually like a lotion. It's a little bit looser than the classic one. I bought it again for travel, so that's why it got used up. I took it away on holiday and it's been used up. It was fine. done the job. Would I buy it in a full size? Probably not. That's it. The Viv Skin Nova. I've spoke about this till I'm blue in the face. I'm not going to bore you. It is in my disappointing products video. If you want to go and check that out, I will explain why I will not be buying this again. But if you are a long time viewer, you will already know. So, in the bin. I then have a couple of brow products. One is Glossier Boy Brow. Now, I have spoke about Boy Brow for years. I love it. I think it's a really nice product. Again, it's just been simply as other brands start to catch up and bring out things very similar. I don't need to repurchase this. I've got ones from other brands that I really like. They're more accessible, they're more affordable. So this is a wonderful product. I have said it over the years. I just don't think I will be running to repurchase this because I don't need it. And this one here from Merit is the 1980 Brow. I really, really liked this product as well. I really liked the formula. It's got a little bit of a tint to it. I think I've got the brown one, yep. The problem with this is, and again, if you've seen any of my videos, you might already know, sorry if I am repeating myself, the spoolie on this is like practically mascara sized. It's huge. For a brow product, it's huge. I feel like that's some feedback that they maybe need to look at. I'm saying it, I don't know if anybody else has said it, but they need a smaller brush on this. Like, it's great, it's a really nice product, I enjoy it, it holds, keeps the brow that fluffy way rather than crispy way, but that spoolie is just irrational. Irrational. I then have this as the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit. I have had this for many, many years. And actually, look, there's none left. Like, it's not scrolling up anymore. I have used it all. It is finito, finished. I've kind of said, was it in my yearly roundup thing? I do not need brow products. I have dark brows anyway. I use brow gel, but I do not need anything to draw in my brows. I had this years ago when I think like blocky brows and quite heavy brows were very, very in. And I used it and it's always been in the back of somewhere because if I am doing something with a more dramatic eye, sometimes framing my face with my brows is a little bit, just complements it. But I won't buy any more brow pencils. I don't need them. This here is the Got To Be, is it Brows and Edges? This is like the glued Brows and Edges. This is great stuff. This is cheap as chips, really, really good. Holds the brow in place. Is a little bit more crispy, right? It makes them hard. But if you have unruly brows like me, if you have big old bushy brows, then you might really like this. I don't give myself that laminated look. I could, but I don't. I just kind of fluff them up a little bit and they stay where they need to. I don't push them down onto my face or anything. But this is really good stuff. I don't use it for edges or anything like that. I don't have the type of hair that requires that. But I think this is really, really good. Very affordable as well. That's the reason why I'm like, this is fantastic. And this here is the Lottie London Freckle Tint. I really like this. I do. The only thing I will say about this is I always use it in the summertime. The packaging of this is shit, which is really annoying because I think it's really, really nice. It's a really natural looking freckle for me because it's almost a little, rather than being like a dark brown and looking like you've just splattered yourself with paint, it's like a stain. So it actually looks like the colour of what my freckles go, because my freckles go almost like a brownie orange colour, and that suits me. And again, this is the light shade that I've used. And I think it's really good, but see this here, it leaks. It leaks really badly. So if you're not keeping it upright in the place where you're keeping it, it is a pain in the arse. And if you put it in a makeup bag or something, it leaks. It absolutely leaks, so it's a pain in the bum. And that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have you tried any of this stuff? Or any of these your favourites? Do you disagree with me on any of the points? Because you're more than welcome to. Let me know down below. Leave a comment, leave a wee fucking thumbs up and all that kind of stuff too, because it does help. It does help, honestly. I know, I feel like I'm pure begging now. I am pure begging now, I'm not going to lie. But I feel like I'm just getting pushed to the back of the queue here over on YouTube. Since everybody else now does YouTube, I just feel like things are dropping. So if you want to give me a wee thumbs up, that'd be fucking grand. Thank you very much. And I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye.